I'm now absolutely delighted to be joined by Martin Grötschel from the Science Programme Committee. First of all, Martin, welcome.
Welcome, and also to you.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us today. Now, throughout your long career, you've been very important in bringing together industry and mathematics. How important is that, and what are the challenges involved in doing that work?
I think it is very important, at least for me, because I like the role of mathematics as a problem solver. Mathematics is interesting in its own right, it has its own theories, but it can be applied and it's a tool. And I've always felt that this is what we really have to do. The difficulty initially was psychology and language.
Right.
Language means we speak mathematics and the others speak whatever they do in practice, and there was no match. And the big problem was to translate what the people in the application areas think of into mathematical language, and that is what we call modeling nowadays. And the psychology business is you have to build trust. Right. And the people in practice always thought of mathematicians as the ivory tower guys who have solutions of problems that are completely irrelevant, and they did not trust that this is successfully applicable to industry. And that had to be changed over time. And after we had built up trust, we had customers, were successful, then word spread, and that's how we got into contract to a wide range of industries.
And how's that relationship changed over the years? You were talking about a different language. Has that changed?
What I teach in my class is that the mathematicians have to learn the languages of the others. Right. When you use it in transport, logistics, or when you talk to telecommunication or very large-scale integration to manufacturing or whatever, these people have their own language, and our task is to learn their language and translate it into ours, because it's much harder for those in engineering or business administration to learn mathematics and our way of spelling the words, and that is what our students have to learn right on in the beginning, and that is happening. At least in Germany, many of our math students go to industry, and some of them have climbed the ladders. There are even some CEOs who are mathematicians, and so there is now a different way of communicating, and you have colleagues in the outside world, in industry, who speak our language. They may have left mathematics, but they still remember what they have been talking about.
My final question is, give me some examples, if you will, of real-life applications for mathematics in the 21st century.
In the 21st century, I've been doing a lot in, as I already mentioned, traffic, transport, manufacturing, telecommunication, and one particular subject that is represented here is gas transport. And gas transport is a wonderful example of the typical way mathematics interacts with industry. This is a much more complicated application than you think about, because moving gas through pipelines is a nonlinear process. And all of a sudden you have to study problems that you would never dream of attacking as a mathematician. But as there is really a problem and there is industry who wants to control the pipeline flow of gas, you have to study it. And we have, for instance, right now a team of 30 people, 15 from industry, 15 from mathematics. But the key issue is you've learned to do that in gas transport, but now there is a general mathematical methodology coming out of it that can be applied to various other areas, and that is the big contribution that mathematics makes.
Martin, thank you ever so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me.